And we're here in PennDOT's Traffic Management Center, where they use a system of over 80 cameras as their eyes in the sky to find out how traffic is going throughout the lower Susquehanna Valley. Taking a look at our radar, over our area we're pretty clear, but there is some shower activity now starting to make its way across northwestern parts of Pennsylvania, and that's in association with a much larger system. It seems like we see one of these just about every week as we head through spring, with some snow on the backside and some severe weather on the front side, and that is in part to a cold front that is right now draped over parts of the Ohio River Valley, and that'll be making its way towards our region as we head into the afternoon today, and it will set the stage for some showers and thunderstorms to break out, especially as we head towards the rush hour. And in just the span of 2 weeks, over 13 inches of rain had fallen across the region. That's the same amount we would expect to see over an entire summer season. But this occurrence was not the first time a tropical storm had wreaked havoc in our area. In fact, this flooding was just a reminder to some of a record-setting event that happened some 40 years prior. Here's the last 6 hours of satellite radar composite data, and we do have a line of storms that is developed here from Dauphin County, now stretching down towards York County. And let's take a zoom here on the cell over York County. Now, in the past hour, this has weakened, but it was putting down possibly some small hail and had some wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour. But this is still drifting to the south, so Dallastown, Winterstown, down towards the Mason-Dixon line, be on the lookout for some showers and storms that are heading through the region. Temperatures right now, Harrisburg, you've actually cooled down since that shower has moved through, now down to 66 degrees. York at 74, Lebanon coming in at 72 degrees. Cooler towards the north, though, State College coming in at 68 degrees and Selinsgrove coming in at 66.
Well, Shaney's here with the forecast, and I'll tell you, it was a little on the damp side out there this morning.
Yeah, sort of a raw start to the morning out there, but a little bit of a transition from last week. Last week we had those 3 H's, hazy, hot, and humid. Today I think we'll break out the 3 D's. We'll be damp, dreary, and dull out there. Take just a short drive north of our Weather Watch headquarters in south central Pennsylvania, and you'll arrive at one of the state's most well-known towns, the sweetest place on earth, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Nestled in the small Dauphin County town are some familiar attractions, including the home of Hershey's famous chocolate, the Giant Center, Chocolate World, and the world's only chocolate-themed amusement park, Hershey Park. Opened in 1907, Hershey Park has expanded to accompany over 60 thrilling rides and coasters, a full zoo, an amphitheater, and a stadium. With nearly 2 million visitors entering the park every year, it's no wonder then that a good deal of preparation must take place when Mother Nature has a change in plans. We spoke with officials from park operations to find out what goes on behind the scenes to prepare and deal with inclement weather. But a little bit closer to now, for Thursday, we have some opening day baseball across the lower Susquehanna Valley. We'll start here in York, where they're at home taking on the Bridgeport Bluefish. They're at 68 degrees for your first pitch at 6:30. Maybe a few sprinkles in there, but otherwise partly cloudy skies here at Sovereign Bank Stadium. As we head across the river, we'll take a look at Clipper Magazine Stadium, where the Barnstormers are taking on their rival, the Camden River Sharks. Again, pretty similar conditions, but that first pitch is coming at 7 p.m. And a happy Wednesday morning to you out there, and certainly a good day to get out because we see some things here on our sky cam that we haven't seen in a while, and that's the sunshine, about 100% more sunshine than we've seen over the past few days. We're looking out here at Kutztown University, where it's mostly sunny, calm winds, and still pretty cool, only 45 degrees out there. And we still have some cool pockets out here this morning. York at 40, Newport, you're also at 40, and across the river, Lancaster, you're at 42. Further to the west, though, we do have some warmer air starting to build in. Chambersburg, you're already at 49 degrees. Here on your local radar, not a whole lot going on, just a few echoes coming off of the lakes in upstate New York. But for us, we're pretty clear. A broader picture, though, shows a much more interesting storm making its way through the Great Plains this morning, with snow stretching from Boulder, Colorado, where they've had snow since last night, stretching all the way into Nebraska and even up into Minnesota, where by the time all's said and done, they could see up to a foot of snow for the 1st of May. Pretty crazy. And that's all due in part to a cold front that'll be slowly making its way across the nation. We're in a bit of a blocky pattern right now, which means that for us here in Pennsylvania, we'll keep status quo, and that means sun and warmer temperatures at least for the foreseeable future. Into today, though, for your daily planner, sunny, mostly sunny and mild. I think we'll get to about 70 degrees for a high today, which is right around average for the 1st of May. And here for your 7-day forecast, that warm stretch continues. Nice through Thursday. Flying the ointment maybe for Friday is a backdoor cold front gives us more in the way of some cloud cover, but the weekend looks fantastic. You really can't say anything bad about that. getting into the mid-70s by the time we get towards Sunday, and then into the start of next week, fair and still warm, 70 degrees on Monday. Our weather watch is here in Harrisburg, PA, at the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, otherwise known as PennDOT. We'll talk to the folks in charge here to find out how they keep the roads clear and make sure that you can get from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia just fine when Mother Nature has other plans. Let's face it, Pennsylvania's climate does not make road cleanup and repair an easy job. From harsh summer heat to massive winter snowstorms, Pennsylvania has it all, and the roads certainly show it.
Pennsylvania is very unique in that, and we definitely see a change in the 4 seasons. You know, we have everything from spring cleanup, summer operations, fall with the leaves and clearing the leaves from our drain systems and things like that, to our winter operations with snow and ice. We get a lot of potholes because of our freeze-thaw situation that pops some holes loose in our blacktop. The heat in the summertime we deal with. We have paving operations and stone chipping operations going on all summer long. We work regardless of what the temperatures are or what the factors are. We're out there taking care of the highways. And then again, in the wintertime, you know, we revert back and we take care of it, our routine operations in the winter.
And to prepare for Mother Nature's fury, PennDOT will often assemble days in advance of incoming storms in their state-of-the-art Incident Command Center. Here, PennDOT can monitor the storm, hold teleconferences with various state departments, and pick the brains of local meteorologists to ensure that the best plan of action is taken.
Just like football teams do heading into a football game, we have a pre-storm WebEx. So we hire various weather services to provide us weather forecasts in advance of the storm so we know what we're getting into. We go over, does every district and county have enough salt and materials to last through the storm? Is there any equipment down that we need to transfer equipment from one place to another? So during the storm then, we get proactive. So we have protocols in place that if our trucks aren't going to be able to keep up with the storm, we will, the first thing we do is we'll implement something we call a 45 mile per hour speed limit reduction. We do that pretty much every time it snows now, to slow the motorists down and get motorists off the highway if we could. Now, since we started tracking and implementing this procedure, it actually resulted in a 54% reduction in crashes. So our goal is to get people off the highway so the roads are more safe.
Keeping track of and managing Pennsylvania's nearly 40,000 miles of roadways is no easy task. However, the introduction of some very 1984-like technology has quickly given PennDOT the upper hand. And we're here in PennDOT's Traffic Management Center, where they use a system of over 80 cameras as their eyes in the sky to find out how traffic is going throughout the lower Susquehanna Valley.
The way we have our video wall set up is basically the district from west to east, kind of how it lays out on the map. When the weather's coming from west to east, you can see, you know, a storm's coming in on your radar, and then you can, you know, as the first few interchanges start getting snow flurries, you can see them in the cameras. We cover these areas on a 24/7, 365 basis. We have 81 CCTV cameras located along most of our interstates that we can watch traffic. We look for congestion, crashes, things like that. We get a lot of phone calls telling us about the crashes and stuff. We post messages on our dynamic message boards along the interstates and expressways to let traffic know what's going on, and also the information that we capture in our road condition reporting system is also used to feed 511 PA system.
PennDOT's battle against the elements takes some heavy-duty equipment. To keep roadways passable and safe, PennDOT utilizes a variety of materials from anti-skid and salt brines to something that most people are pretty familiar with. And usually in the Susquehanna Valley, winter weather means one thing when you think of PennDOT, and that's a whole lot of salt. And to help PennDOT do its heavy lifting, you've probably shared the road with a couple of these. These are the snow plows, and PennDOT has about 300 that they use across the Susquehanna Valley. And it's not just snow plows. PennDOT has a whole arsenal of heavy lifters to do everything from filling potholes to repairing bridges and overpasses. Together with expert planning, a keen eye on road conditions, and a dedicated staff working round the clock, Pennsylvania's roadways have a fighting chance against the harsh Pennsylvania climate. So hopefully now you have an appreciation for the amount of time, work, and effort that goes on behind the scenes in making sure that Pennsylvania's highways and byways stay safe. Reporting from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania for Weather Watch, I'm student meteorologist Shane Brown.